Hi guys. So a couple of things. We're getting ready to start the new era of Baroque in Northern Europe. But before we do, I just wanted to give you a little encouragement. I know it's that time of the semester where we sort of all start slogging through the semester, and it can just really feel heavy, like your course load is heavy and like you're never going to get through it. I promise you will. I just want to tell you that if you need help, please remember that I'm here to help you with the material. So please reach out if you're struggling.
The 17th century was the golden age of Dutch art and culture, when exploration, colonization, science, and technology shaped new perceptions of the world. Scientific advancements like the microscope and telescope encouraged the direct, first-hand study of nature. Even the newly accepted Copernican theory that the Earth revolves around the sun contributed to a spirit of rational observation. Under these revolutionary influences, a new style of art emerged, which reflected a growing fascination with the actual world. At the beginning of the century, the provinces of the Netherlands were colonies of Catholic Spain. Within a few years, the northern provinces, including modern-day Holland, succeeded in liberating themselves and setting up a Protestant republic. But Flanders in the south remained under Spanish rule. There, in what is Belgium today, power and money were concentrated in the hands of the Crown and the Catholic Church. Together, these formidable institutions all but monopolized Flemish art, resulting in commissions for grand, large-scale works suitable for palaces, public halls, and cathedrals. In the new Dutch Republic, however, there were few palaces, and in the Calvinist churches, iconoclasts, or image breakers, had swept away religious imagery in favor of bare, unadorned walls. But for their own homes and public buildings, the prosperous Dutch eagerly sought paintings of all kinds, from still lifes to portraits to genre paintings and seascapes, giving rise to some of the greatest artist careers of the day. Vermeer, Rembrandt, Frans Hals, and Jan Steen are but a few of the names that evoke the golden age of Dutch painting. Their work is an enduring testament to the great wealth and appreciation for art that dominated the Netherlands at the time.
So we're going to start Northern Baroque in Flanders. We refer to that as the Flemish group of people, but we're also going to look at the Dutch. So the Dutch people are free from Spanish rule. They practice the Protestant faith. This creates a merchant middle class. Civic groups are commissioning portraiture, and wealth comes from trade and agriculture. Land ownership is really important. The Catholic Church, who has launched the Counter Reformation, and the Protestant Church, who launched the Reformation, are in full battle as to who is the right philosophy in this debate about art and theology. The Protestant Church has banned art altogether, and the Catholic Church is embracing it. Baroque art pushes realism by capturing split-second timing and having art that interacts with the viewer. The Dutch create small merchants that begin the first modern art galleries. The first modern art galleries were basically artists that sold their paintings and their art on the street. So today, if you go to New York City and you're in, say, Central Park, you'll see lots of artists that sell their art in Central Park along the street. Those were the very first modern art galleries. They were places that the middle class were able to sell their wares because the church is no longer producing or commissioning art for the Protestant churches. The Dutch at times don't have business. The church is the main patron that we've looked at since the beginning of early Renaissance. And so because of that, it creates a situation where the Dutch artist is very much a struggling artist. Here's a map of Europe during the Reformation. Do you notice the pink spots that are sort of engulfed by land that's colored in yellow? These are Protestant lands. They're lands that are surrounded by Catholic lands. Remember, the monarchy is tied to a religion so that the ruling power declares the faith of the country. All of the pink, green, and blue countries are Protestant. Yellow lands are Catholic. Flanders and the Dutch areas are lands that you see the arrow pointing to. So now that you understand a little bit more about the Dutch, and Flanders, you'll see that our next Flemish master goes completely against the grain. He owns a studio in Antwerp, and Antwerp at the time is Catholic.